Aloha mai kako, Michael Kilomau Tengan, the Urban Mage, enlivening the magic within. G21, day 8, post 1. Kalamai, it is a little late for the post, however, better late than never. Anywho, we've thus far in week 1 really talked and focused our intention about that inner genius. Now that gives us a reference point, that gives us an idea of how it is that we can really focus our attention upon a very specific niche. Now, going back a step in terms of yesterday's, I guess it'd be this way, opposite. Yesterday's broadcast, I talked a little bit about really that concept in terms of what that looks like as we bring all of those aspects of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual selves forward. And being able to do so really does create a sensation of fulfillment and alignment because we are really playing to strengths, right? We are looking at the where we can focus our attention in terms of the skills that we already currently possess and find enjoyable. We're able to align with that why in terms of our core values. Why are things important? And be able to carry that into the things that we do as we deliver then these talents, these intuitive talents that are tied to our very being, as well as then into the archetypes. Now, we'll be getting a little bit further into the intuitive talents because that part, again, a little bit deeper than most people are really truly aware of. In any case, what we want to really be focusing upon, though, is how do we give our energy a landing point? How do we create now going into week 2 as we start to go further into a personal brand, if you will? How do we create a point for it to go in towards? And that's what we're getting into today is the first aspect in terms of creating a vision statement is vision crafting. And so what we're going to be talking a little bit about today is 5 years from today, whenever it is that you're watching this. Today I'm recording it. It's October 7th, 2019. 5 years from today, if you had a magical wand, a paintbrush that you had complete and absolute control, money is no issue, right? Health is no issue. This very moment that you are sitting in has nothing to do with where you're going to be 5 years from now. What would that look like? What would that be like? Who would you be 5 years from now? What would you have? What are the things that you would be doing? And as we really focus upon this, irrespective of current circumstance and situation, the scenario you find yourself in now, if you could paint that picture, what would that look like? So the be do's and haves are really that way to start to give shape and form to what it is that your vision is going to look like, what it's going to feel like, the experience that we will ultimately immerse within. So what I'd like you to do is set yourself a little bit of time. You're going to need about 15 minutes roughly to complete this exercise for the B's, the do's, and the haves. And what we're going to be looking at are 15 haves. So the 15 things 5 years from now you would like to have. Now these can be, tangible items like a new car or a house out on the hills, or perhaps it is a loving and supportive relationship. Now, whatever those halves are for you on the tangible aspect, it's something that you can actually really interact physically with. However, it can also be intangible. Perhaps your have is optimal health. Perhaps your have is a sense of belongingness. Whatever that is, tangible or intangible, 15 halves that you would like to, 15 things that you would like to have in your life. Now, that then goes into 10 do statements. The 10 do statements are then 10 things that you'd like to do or have done or would be doing. Now, this could be everything from jumping out of a plane to running your own multi-million-dollar company to having been retired out in the mountains, in the Sierra Mountains, or something along those lines. Whatever it is that you would like to be doing, have done, or so on in that frame would be what the do statements encompass. Finally, 5 be statements. Now, these be statements are who is the person that you would like to be? Now, this could be, again, an entrepreneur. This could be a mother. This could be a person centered with inside of themselves. It could be the life of the party, whatever it comes up for you. Who is it that you want to be 5 years from now? What are the things you would like to be doing or have done 5 years from now? And what are the 15 things that you would like to have tangible or intangible in your life 5 years from now? That future version of yourself is what we're going to be calling in. And to come up with a truly powerful vision statement, which we'll be covering in the next broadcast, then you really want to have energy and emotion to it. And so today's assignment is setting that up. Set yourself up for success. 15 minutes overall, set your timer and go through that. Now, I'd recommend starting off with the halves. Halves are generally a little easier, then going into the do's next, and then finishing off with your B statements. Now, if you do it in this order, by all means, switch it up. If you feel compelled or called to start off with the B's, goes into the halves and back into the do's. 15 minutes, though, is your time limit. Set that clock for 15 minutes. Go through all of the statements, 5 B's, 10 do's, and 15 have statements. Okay? All right. That is it for now. Love and aloha to you all. Take care of each other, and ahui ho. Got it.